I criticize myself as a person, but also as a mom, of like, how come they can do this and I can't? But really sometimes it's just actually necessary to give yourself that downtime, to give yourself that time to be lazy, to just do nothing. Hi friends, I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Marielle. I'm a corporate working mom with a master's degree in psychology. Here I talk about all things work life, productivity, motherhood, relationships, and becoming your best self. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss an upload. So let's talk about managing work and home life. Being a working mom is a whole new beast to tackle, and it's not been easy. Managing work and home life while still getting in some rest and making time for personal development can be challenging. This is why I created systems and routines to be able to manage my time better and to maximize it so that I'm able to get as much things done without burning myself out. So without further ado, let's talk about 10 ways to manage work and home life. The most important thing, and definitely the most important thing that you should start with, is knowing your values and your priorities. So take some time first to think about what is most important to you. Is it your family, your health, your career, your personal growth? Think about what makes the most sense for you at this time in your life. I know that there's so many things happening in our lives all the time, and all of us are so very busy and have so many things to juggle and have so many things to think about. So you need to think about one, maximum 3 things that you can put on top of your list, and those will be your priorities. We are all in different seasons of life, so we all have different priorities. For instance, for me right now, I'm pregnant with my second child while I'm also a mom to my toddler. And so my life season is very different from your life season, or it's very different from my life season even just a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. It's so much different now. Right now, in this season of my life, what's most important for me is my family and making sure that they're taken care of and they're cared for and they're loved. And that's just, for me, the most important thing. Maybe that and my health would be like my top 2 priorities at this season of life, because if my health is not in check, then everything else might fall apart. This was definitely not my priority 5 years ago, let's say. Because 5 years ago, let me think about when that even was. But my priority was probably my career, because I was trying to build up my career at the time. That was in the beginning stages of my career. I was just starting out. I was trying to prove myself a lot. So it's very different from what my life looks like right now. So think about your values and your priorities, as these will be your foundation moving forward. So whenever you make a decision, you have to think about, does this align with my values and my priorities right now? Does it make sense for me right now? And this is how you're going to know that this is the right action for you or not the right action for you to take. The second is to learn to practice time management. I know everybody and their mom has mentioned about time management over and over again. Even when we were in school, people already told us or telling us about time management. But this time, I feel like it's even a notch higher as moms, because when you're a mom, you're working, you're also thinking about yourself, but you're also thinking about your family. There's just so many things that you need to juggle, and there's just so many factors in play. And yeah, if you've ever wondered where time went at the end of the day, it's just because you have so many things on your to-do list, like a never-ending task on your to-do list. I find that time flies by so fast the older that I get, and it's just because I have just so many things on my plate. I have so many things in my mind, and there's so many things I want to do and need to do. And this is why I've consumed so many time management books in the past. I'm so grateful to be able to leverage the things that I've learned from my past, because I've really tried to hone into my skills on time management and really try to be as effective as possible with the little time that I have. Knowing when best to do things can impact how much you get done in a day, which is so important for us busy moms. The third is to plan as much as you can, be it vacation time, travels, your schedule, focus time, meals, exercising, literally everything that I could put in the calendar, anything that I could schedule, I do. And I am a planner, I'm a type A person and that's just my personality that works very well for me. Or maybe it'll work for you, but in a looser sense. For instance, I know that I love time blocking and a lot of people love time blocking, but I know that it's also not for everyone. There are days when I also don't like time blocking myself, when those days are more loose and I have a little bit more, relaxed time. I feel like time blocking sometimes makes me feel a bit anxious and like when I don't need to be. So when I need to really maximize my full time, then I do time blocking. It really does help. But when I have like a little bit more flexibility, then I don't do it because I feel like I can do things without the help of time blocking. So it really depends on what works for you. However, I do plan pretty much everything I do because it really helps me with procrastination, because I am a serial procrastinator, believe it or not. Procrastinating doesn't mean that you're just sitting around eating in the couch and just like watching K-dramas or something, Procrastinating can also mean that because you're so anxious to get things done and you're just so anxious about this big thing that you want to accomplish, you instead put your focus on something else that's maybe not as urgent, which is something I've definitely done so many times, more times than I could count. And it's just, it could be things that need to be done, but they're just not as urgent and just not a priority right now. But I end up doing them because I'm trying to procrastinate the bigger thing that I actually need to get done. So I like planning because it helps to give me an overview of what actually needs to be done today, what is most important today, and what can I prioritize today, and what are the things that I would like to do or I would still need to do, but I can still move a little bit later in the day or move the next day. I believe that the better you plan for things, the more likelihood you are to succeed. And whenever I plan and I know what is coming up when, I just feel more confident and I just feel more calm, which really helps me to get things done and is a big contrast to when I just try to wing things and hope for the best. The next one is setting boundaries, and this is so important with other people because boundaries are so important with other people so that they know what to expect and what not to expect from you.